They say angels don't always have wings. Sometimes they have fur, 4 paws, and a heartbeat that syncs perfectly with yours. If you've ever loved a dog, you already know they're not just pets. They are family, they are healers. They are silent guardians of our souls. Today, we're going to talk about something deeply emotional, the truth behind why dogs come into our lives. And why, one day, when they're gone, you'll realize they were never just animals, they were angels in disguise. The day your dog entered your life. Do you remember that very first day? The day your dog came into your life, or maybe the day they somehow found you. That moment is forever etched in your memory, though the details may blur with time. Maybe they were small, timid, eyes wide with curiosity and a little fear, cautiously wagging their tail as if testing the waters of this new world. Or perhaps they were loud, full of energy, bouncing around like they had always belonged there, like they already knew that this was home. In that instant, you probably believed you were the one giving them a new life, rescuing them from loneliness or hardship. But the truth is far more profound. They didn't just come to your life to be loved, they came to heal you. Slowly, almost imperceptibly at first, they started to mend the invisible cracks within your heart. Every bark, every soft nuzzle, every playful paw on your lap was a quiet reminder of life's simple joys, and every walk together stitched together moments of calm and peace you didn't even know you needed. Dogs have a kind of quiet magic that is impossible to explain. They never speak, yet they seem to understand everything: your moods, your sorrows, even the thoughts you can't put into words. They never judge, even when you're at your worst, and they forgive effortlessly, teaching you lessons of patience and love with each wag of their tail. They don't ask for much, only your attention, your care, and your affection, and yet what they give in return is immeasurable. What's remarkable is how they always know exactly when you need them. On your happiest days, they celebrate with you. And on your loneliest nights, they quietly sit by your side, offering comfort in ways no words could ever convey. The day your dog entered your life wasn't just the beginning of a friendship. It was the start of a profound, transformative bond, one that would change the way you see love, loyalty, and the meaning of companionship forever. The silent healers. Have you ever noticed how your dog reacts when you're sad? It's remarkable, really. They don't say anything. They don't lecture you, offer advice, or walk away. They simply stay. They sit beside you, quietly and patiently, as if they understand that sometimes words are unnecessary. Maybe they rest their head gently on your lap, their warmth pressing against you. Maybe they look up at you with those deep, honest eyes, filled with a wisdom you can't explain. It's as if they are silently saying, "I'm here. You're not alone." And in that simple presence, something shifts. The heaviness in your chest feels lighter. The silence becomes comforting. That is no coincidence. That is healing energy, quiet, steady, and unwavering. Dogs carry a purity that humans have lost somewhere along the way. They love without conditions, without hesitation. They forgive instantly, never holding grudges or judging past mistakes. They feel your energy more than your words, reading the subtle changes in your mood, your heartbeat, your breath. A dog's empathy is instinctive yet profound, almost otherworldly. Scientists might call it empathy, and yes, there is research to support that dogs mirror human emotions and can reduce stress and anxiety. But anyone who has spent time with a dog knows it is more than that. It feels divine. Ancient souls, poets, and dreamers have always recognized this, the quiet, mystical bond between humans and dogs that transcends explanation. Because in those quiet moments, when your dog curls up beside you, rests their head on your lap, or simply gazes at you with unspoken understanding, you can almost feel something greater at work. It's as if their presence bridges the human and the divine, a reminder that love, compassion, and healing exist in their purest form in the smallest of gestures. In their silence, they speak volumes. They heal without a single word. And in their eyes, you can glimpse a little piece of heaven itself. Lessons from a dog. Every dog that walks into our life becomes a teacher, though most of us only realize it when it's too late. We think we're the ones training them, but in truth, they're the ones shaping us, quietly, patiently, every single day. They teach us to live in the moment, to stop overthinking yesterday and worrying about tomorrow. When they chase a ball, when they stick their head out the window feeling the wind, or when they nap in a sunny spot without a care in the world, they're reminding us what joy really looks like. Pure, simple, present. They remind us to find happiness in the small things. A walk in the park, a shared meal, or just sitting together in silence. They teach us that love doesn't need grand gestures. Sometimes, love is just being there. Dogs also teach us patience. They forgive without hesitation. No matter how many times you're late, distracted, or lost in your own problems, they greet you with the same wagging tail, the same spark in their eyes, the same joy every single time. Think about that for a moment. Your dog doesn't care about your job title, your bank balance, or how you look on your worst day. They don't judge your failures or mistakes. They only care about your heart, the part of you that feels, that loves, that needs to be understood. Your dog sees the real you, the one who laughs too loud, the one who cries quietly, the one who sometimes feels lost in the chaos of life. And even then, they choose you. Every single day. No conditions, no questions. Just love. That's not just loyalty. It's something far greater. It's pure, unconditional, divine love. The kind of love that reminds us what it truly means to be human. When time starts to slow down. Then comes that chapter of life we all wish we could skip, the one that quietly creeps up on us, even though we know it's inevitable. The moment when your dog, the same playful soul who once ran circles around you, begins to grow old. You start to notice the little things first. Their steps become slower, more careful. The leaps that once seemed effortless now take just a little more time. Their eyes, once so bright and full of mischief, begin to soften as if they've seen everything they needed to see. Their bark isn't as loud anymore, but the love behind it remains just as strong. And yet, even in this gentle decline, they never stop following you. They may take smaller steps, but their heart still beats for you. Even when their legs tremble, they will still rise just to greet you at the door, tail wagging faintly, eyes glowing with the same devotion that's never faded. Because to them, no matter how much time has passed, you are still their whole world. And then, one day, the moment every dog lover dreads, that final day arrives. You'll hold them close, your tears soaking into their fur. You'll whisper the words you've said 1,000 times before, but this time, they carry a different weight. I love you. And they'll look at you one last time, with eyes that speak louder than words ever could, eyes that say, "Thank you for giving me a home, for giving me love." That moment breaks you. It shatters something deep inside, a silence too heavy for words. But at the same time, it opens your heart in a way nothing else ever could. Because when you lose a dog, you don't just lose a pet. You lose a piece of heaven, a living angel who came into your life to teach you what love truly means, and then returned home. The angel. They always were. Maybe one night, long after they're gone, you'll still hear the soft jingle of their collar in the hallway. You'll tell yourself it's just the wind, but deep down you'll know it's them. Maybe you'll dream of them running freely through open fields, tail wagging, eyes bright, as if time never touched them. Maybe you'll wake up with a warmth in your chest, a feeling you can't explain, like they just stopped by to say, "I'm still here." And when you sit alone in the quiet of your home, that emptiness you feel will sometimes turn peaceful. Because love like that doesn't disappear. It transforms. It lingers in the air, in memories, in the tiny paw prints left across your heart. That's their way of saying, "I'm still here." Just in a different form. Because angels never really leave us. They don't vanish, they just change shapes. Sometimes they become a whisper in your heart, a memory that brings both tears and smiles. Sometimes they become courage, the silent strength that helps you through hard days. Your dog was never meant to stay forever. They were sent to teach you something eternal, to show you what unconditional love looks like, to remind you that pure souls still exist in this world, ones that love without words, without judgment, without limits. They came to soften you, to make you kinder, gentler, and more human than you were before, to show you that even the smallest being can leave the biggest mark on your soul. They were never just a dog. They were heaven's way of reminding you that you are worthy of love, of loyalty, of being someone's whole world. And though you can no longer see them, every beat of your heart still carries theirs forever. Final message. So the next time you hug your dog, hold them a little longer. Watch them sleep. Cherish those little moments, the tail wag, the paw on your arm, the way they look at you. Because one day you'll realize they were never yours to keep, they were a blessing borrowed from heaven. And even when they're gone, their paw prints will stay forever etched on your heart.